Some good, some bad. Probably exceeded my expectation of where I thought we were at this point because we definitely have a lot of room to grow. But as a coach, you never know. There's a lot of things you can simulate in practice. One thing that's difficult to simulate is getting kind of punched in the mouth, and then how do you respond from it. That happened against Texas Tech early in the game. Second half versus Arkansas, they made a big run. We had to respond, and then late in that Arizona game, we had to keep fighting and give ourselves a chance at the end. So those were encouraging things to see. Now, the flip side of that is there are reasons we got punched in the mouth, and we have to try to fix those as quick as we can.
What is the value in having a group that doesn't back down from that sort of stuff? They embrace the trash talk, they embrace the tough parts of the game, they execute and all that. Like, how far does that take you while you're figuring out the parts that need to get better?
Yeah, I mean, there's emotion in every game. There's ebbs and flows of momentum, and with that, there's some emotional highs and lows, and you just can't ever let that get in the way of execution. And guys that aren't very mature, sometimes they wear the emotions on the sleeve, and that prohibits them from maybe executing at the level you need to. This group has been pretty good with that. Now, we'll really be tested Thursday, obviously. We haven't been in somebody else's environment, especially a team that's arguably one of the best teams in the country. So, we'll get tested again Thursday, but that's why we played the schedule that we played, just, see where we're at, see what we have to work on.
Now that your days removed from the Arkansas win, what's your view looking back on that win and just the aftermath of it with some of the controversy with the refs and whatnot?
I didn't see any controversy with the refs, so we just play the game. We don't react to referees' calls. I don't, and I don't expect my players to. If somebody else wants to, that's their prerogative. But there was calls back and forth in that game, both directions during the course of the game. We've prided ourselves in not fouling, and that's through now 7 games of data. So, we do a pretty good job of that. Whether other people do or don't, that's up to them. But that's important to us. But that was a good win for us. It was a unique opportunity. Not often in my 30-some years do you play a game in a gym that small where half the crowd is for one team and half is for the other. I mean, the momentum swings in that game was incredible, and it was so loud in there you couldn't hear yourself think. So I think our guys will look back on that as one of the great memories they've had as a player, because it was a pretty special game. We're just trying to get adjusted to this time change. It's hard. I didn't play in the games, and I lay awake at night and have a hard time getting up in the morning. So that 4-hour time difference when you're there for 6 nights, I think it's real. So hopefully as we inch closer to Thursday, we get adjusted a little bit better. But we've got a little bit of illness running through the team, I think, as a result of that fatigue, and hopefully that's better by Thursday.
There's something to track about going and playing 3 good teams, to having a week to digest and right back and get playing another good team, as opposed to maybe waiting 2 weeks to see what the top team.
Yeah, we didn't have a choice. Number one, it was the Big 12, Big East Challenge. So this is the week that it fell. It's a little earlier than I'd like to play it, coming off a trip like Maui, then to turn around and have 2 days to prepare for Nebraska. That's a tall task. But hopefully, like I said, we can get healthy and guys are feeling better, and we're up to this challenge, because it's. Everybody saw Arkansas play last night. They struggled a little bit coming off that trip. So, hopefully we get in the sunshine again in Austin, and it's a little nicer down there, and it'll wake us up a little, and we'll be ready on Thursday.
What you think of the matchup with Ball on Faulkner?
We didn't put him in a great position to be successful. We really paid, I think, for the fact that we didn't have much prep time. We tried some adjustments during the game, and those are things that we would have practiced for 2 days in preparation for Arizona, and now you're drawing it on a board and trying to get guys to rotate the proper way, and we just didn't execute it. So Ryan left his feet a couple times in the first half, and you can't do that against him. We wanted him to take tough shots, and he made some tough shots, but he's a heck of a player. But I probably played Ryan 38 minutes against Arkansas on 1 foot. And to expect him to come back, less than 24 hours later and do it again was probably a lot to ask.
How'd Mason play so well in that third title game? What do you think started to
Yeah,
a little bit that allows him?
I just think he's gaining confidence. I think he's got a better feel for what he's supposed to do and where his role is on this team. He always goes to the glass. He makes some athletic plays, rebounding the basketball, and he can shoot it. It's a change up from when Art's in there. They're different players, but they're both effective, just in different ways.
There were a couple times in that Arizona game where they're denying your actions up top to the point where you maybe throw up a shot from beyond three, kind of deep, where Carl Brennan has to throw up a three. How many teams do you expect to play like that, especially a defense like Texas?
Yeah, I mean, Texas is going to be the best defensive team we've played. I don't think it's really close. And Texas Tech is really good, and Arkansas is really good. They're good in different ways, but Texas can run a lot of guys at you. They're very physical, at the point of attack with the ball. They're waiting for you when you get to the paint. Again, we had no time to prep for Arizona, and we were a tired team. They top blocked some of those cuts and made Ryan and Fred have to make some decisions. And if they're open, we want them to shoot the basketball, which they did, and we made one and missed one. Thank you.
Thank you.